Good evening and welcome. I am Mike Rohde, President of the Wichita Public Schools Board of Education. Thank you for joining us this evening to celebrate the outstanding contributions of our employees, volunteers, and business partners. Soon we will have the opportunity to hear about each of our award recipients and discover how their dedication has impacted our schools and students. The Board of Education established the Good Apple Award a little over 36 years ago to honor those who are making a profound contribution to our district and its students. We are proud to continue this tradition today. And now we would like to get down to the purpose of tonight's ceremony to celebrate the contributions of our good apples. Honorees, thank you. Your efforts have never been more vital or more appreciated. A week ago, we approved a strategic plan to serve our roadmap for the next 5 years. The plan was crafted with input from staff, students, our parents, and members of the community. We all have a vested interest in the implementation of this plan because it affects the quality of education in our district, the future of our children, and the economic success of our city. We have already achieved some great things in this district with your help, and we look forward to even greater success for our students in the years ahead. Thank you for your work you've done and for the work the work that will continue to do. It is my pleasure now to introduce Superintendent Dr. Alicia Thompson.
Each person being recognized tonight creates a ripple effect by their actions. They are change agents. Some of our students desperately need an adult to show how much they care and need someone who will be glad to go the extra mile and connect with them and provide support. Good apples, tonight we recognize you. You are the ones who do that for our students. You help them to dream, believe, and achieve. Can you help me say that? Dream, believe, and achieve. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping our students to be able to do that. Those of you being recognized tonight support the largest school district in the Midwest. We welcome more than 50,000 students into our schools every single day. They come from Wichita and come from all parts of the globe, from nearly 100 different countries of birth with unique cultures and languages. Each of our students is also unique in how they learn, how they interact with one another, and how much support they receive from home. We are blessed to have dedicated employees who first and foremost love what they do, they work hard, and they realize the tremendous impact they have on the lives of our students. We are also grateful to live in a community that values volunteerism and public service. On any given day, countless volunteers help in classrooms, they serve on PTOs, and they help with school activities and many, many other activities. We have business leaders and members of the clergy who have established tutoring and mentoring programs within our schools. They've donated school supplies and funds to help serve our neediest students. And perhaps most of all, what they have given is their time and their love. Today, we honor and we say thank you for your service to our district. Congratulations to all of our Good Apple recipients.
Are you ready to recognize and cheer on some great advocates for kids? We are going to begin. I will ask President Rohde and Superintendent Thompson to take their spots at center stage, and we are going to recognize a very special district partner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sheila Lowry from Corporate Affairs with the Dillons Corporation, or Kroger. Dillons, as you know, is scattered across our community, and our Dillons stores conduct so many different activities to support our schools, our students, and our families. They provide grocery cards, as they did this winter for students at Dunlap Transition Campus, Dillon's and Kroger support the Food for Kids program, which, as many of you who work in schools know, is so very important to our students to take home food on the weekends. We are pleased to honor our guests tonight, starting out with Chester Lewis Academic Learning Center, Jason McCollum, who is a math teacher at the Wichita Adult Learning Center. Jason is a new teacher this year, but he has fit right into the Learning Center community. He works hard, cares about his students, builds relationships, and has students making great progress in his class while they have fun learning, which is always important. Also from Chester Lewis, the Wichita Virtual School program, we celebrate Corey Smith, English teacher. Several of Corey's students have struggled in English, and he works diligently to help them achieve not only in English, but in life, which we know is important. Corey goes the extra mile when it comes to helping his students at Wichita Virtual School. Also going the extra mile from Griffinstein Alternative Elementary School is Miss Amy Glendenning, behavioral specialist. Amy arrives with a smile on her face and leaves with that very same smile. She always tries to make the best of every situation with one of her contagious laughs. She not only has her own caseload, but she's also the first to volunteer to support wherever Griffinstein may need her help. She is beloved by students and staff alike. Also from Griffinstein is Miss Sarah Tower, elementary teacher. Sarah is a teacher in the TEMP program. She has incredible energy for getting the job done and has students follow social emotional expectations. She is a great leader and will jump in whenever she's needed. Also from both Griffinstein Alternative Elementary School and Wells Alternative Middle School, we recognize the CPR team, Margaret Chisholm and Darnell Hamilton. This is Darnell. Darnell teaches PE, and Margaret is a nurse. Last year, they had to put their CPR skills to work on a security guard at their school. They worked until the paramedics arrived and took over. Though the results were not what they wanted, they went above and beyond trying to save the life of a staff member and beloved friend. Finally, our at-large good apples, we celebrate Tara Wolf from Little Early Childhood Center. As a veteran paraeducator, Tara has high expectations and deeply cares about every student and their learning at Little. She has a consistently positive attitude and never complains about taking on new challenges or projects. Tara's presence at Little makes the school a better place. We know that all of you make your schools a better place, and we thank all of our at-large Good Apple honorees. Our first Good Apple from District 1 tonight is from Adams Elementary. We recognize Esteban Aguilar. Whether it's covering a classroom recess or taking a student for a brain break, Esteban is there with a genuine smile on his face. He's loved for his positive attitude and compassion, and it's evident when you see students giving him high fives or wanting to talk to him about music or even history. Also from Adams is Jana Geedes, second grade teacher. How are you doing? Jana has a gift for being able to make everyone want to reach his or her fullest potential, not just her students, but everyone. Her colleagues at Adams say it is an honor to have the opportunity to teach with Jana. And from Adams, we also celebrate Michelle Wood. As team lead and fifth grade teacher, Michelle gives support when students and staff need it, and she truly listens to everyone's concerns so that she can help guide people in the right direction. She creates a supportive and caring environment for her students and is never afraid to act silly and laugh. We all need that once in a while. From Buckner Performing Arts and Science Magnet Elementary School, we celebrate the pre-kindergarten team, Ashley Hassel, Lori Bauman, and Nicole Mankowski. This pre-K team works together to create a safe, caring, and educational learning environment for their little students. They effectively collaborate to make their lessons engaging. It's not unusual to walk in their classroom and see one of them leading a lesson. They strive to make learning fun. Also from Buckner, we recognize Shannon Collette, paraprofessional. Shannon helps students develop a passion for learning, and she goes out of her way to help them learn. She recently was a huge support in helping the long-term sub in the kindergarten classroom. She is a vital part of the Buckner community. And from Buckner, we celebrate Jan Van Fleet. Jan is a teacher at Buckner and also works tirelessly as the school's family engagement coordinator. She plans and organizes family events, attends monthly family engagement meetings, communicates with partners, and works with all to support the Buckner community. Her role is critical to the success of Buckner Elementary. From East High School, we celebrate the Life Skills team, Tyson Scroggin and Quintina Bevan. The students, families, and staff of East High would be lost without the skill and support of the Life Skills team. Together, they work to de-escalate and support multiple special education students an hour. From Gammon Elementary School, we say thank you to our friends from University Congregational Church. University Congregational partnered with Gammon Elementary this year, and the school is truly grateful for their engagement. From school supplies to mentors to help in the office, this team has wrapped their arms around Gammon and worked to support students in every way. Many thanks to the University Congregational Church community for all you've done to make Gammon a better place. Also from Gammon, we celebrate Jessica Goodpasture, pre-K teacher. Jessica has an unrelenting dedication to her families at Gammon. She strives to help students become the best they can be academically, socially, and emotionally. Her dedication goes far beyond the classroom. Parents cannot thank her enough for all she has done for their children. Finally, from Gammon, we celebrate Neela Nelson, pre-K paraprofessional. Neela has a history of excellence. She works every day to better herself and those around her. Colleagues say they have learned much from her and, as a result, are better teachers. She is a strong and quiet leader at Gammon. She is a remarkable teacher, and Gammon is lucky to have her expertise for their students. From Gordon Parks Academy, we celebrate the Northeast Optimist Club, including Bernard Gray, Ernie Barnes, and our friend Billy Breckenridge. The Northeast Optimist Club provides great support to Gordon Parks Academy and is always there to help as needed. They've provided student uniforms, food for staff luncheons, and are raising funds to help Gordon Parks start their own Junior Optimist Club. Thank you for your partnership and all you do for the students and staff at Gordon Parks. Also from Gordon Parks, we celebrate Crystal Bieberly. Crystal is a kindergarten through second grade special education teacher. She's been an outstanding addition to the Gordon Parks staff this year, working with some of the most difficult students and doing so with seemingly endless patience. She will often go out of her way to create and provide unique accommodations and incentives to help her students be successful. From Jackson Elementary, we celebrate Arila Ross, kindergarten teacher. Arila builds positive relationships with all of her students at Jackson. She engages them in learning through multiple peer interactions throughout the day. Arila herself is a learner and embraces a growth mindset. She's a ray of sunshine at Jackson, and her smile is contagious to all. Also from Jackson, we celebrate Casey Rothwell, counselor. Casey knows how to make every child feel valued. She works with staff to create jobs for her students. This allows students to see what an important part of the school they are. You should see her wanted board, complete with kid pictures. They can't wait to be recognized as Employee of the Week. That's cool. Also from Jackson, we celebrate music teacher Bryce Sund. Beyond providing a fun and motivating musical experience for students at Jackson, Bryce is a role model for students and colleagues. He is positive, friendly, and always has a smile on his face. If you need help with anything, and Bryce knows it, he will be there. He is a true professional. From the School Service Center, we celebrate the staff of the Wichita Public Schools print shop, Christina Lopez and Eric Strahler. These two are rock stars. There is no doubt you have had something in your hands, including your programs tonight, that these folks have been responsible for printing and producing. Cessna Elementary wanted to spruce up their building. This is an award that was nominated by Cessna. So they called the print shop to help make posters, signs, and window clings for the building. Eric and Christina not only came out and walked through the school, they helped put the order in and then created wonderful work for Cessna Elementary to showcase so you can think of them the next time you're at Cessna. From Spate, Science and Communications Magnet Elementary School, we recognize Emily Green, ESOL teacher. Balancing all the hats that teachers can wear can be overwhelming, but Emily makes it look easy. From working with small groups, assessing students, or even making sure bus riders board safely at the end of the day, she does it with a smile. Colleagues say they are lucky to have Emily at Spate. Also from Spate, we celebrate the third grade team of Natalie Armijo, Olivia Duran, Megan Mays, Lyndon Moore, and Erica Carlson. This team is comprised of an exceptional group of teachers who embrace work in biography-driven instruction, focus on data to make sound instructional decisions, and remain positive and professional. Students are at the center of all they do, and we know that students are at the center of everything that our District 1 honorees are all about. So we thank you all. We start our District 2 honoring tonight with Bostic Traditional Magnet Elementary, and we recognize Andrea and Charles Heck, volunteers extraordinaire. The Hecks are powerhouse parents at Bostic. Together they serve to support the needs of all students and staff. They have supported Battle of the Books, led fundraisers, served on PTO, and they've been guest speakers. They are always willing to help in any way. Their support has been incredibly inspiring to the Bostic community. From Krista McAuliffe Academy, we are pleased to honor CMA volunteers Susan Graves, Kim Ho, Brian Skinner, and Kim Winger. Krista McAuliffe would not be the same without these volunteers. Each has spent many hours, and they can be found in classrooms, setting up for events, helping run events like Picture Day, and even providing snacks for meetings. They are the best, and Krista McAuliffe is in debt to them. From Coleman Middle School, we celebrate Sharon Olivand, Administrative Assistant. Sharon is the glue that holds Coleman together. Whether you go to her office, she always greets you with a smile and stops what she's doing to help. She puts others before herself and always makes people feel like they matter. Also from Coleman, we recognize Shannon Hankins, social worker. He's got a big fan down here in the front row. Ask and you shall receive when it comes to Mr. Hankins. He's a man of few words, but his actions are endless and continuous. He is always there to lend a helping hand with staff, students, and parents. He is Coleman's Superman. Also from Coleman, we celebrate Britt Hopper. If you weren't looking at your program, you might not know what an apiarist is. Britt is a beekeeper. And if you don't know, Coleman has a giant beehive out of which they draw honey to sell to the school community each year. It's an absolutely amazing sight to see, and Mr. Hopper is the one that has worked with Coleman's staff to make it happen. He set up Coleman's first beehive and volunteers his time and efforts to help the students. From College Hill Elementary School, we celebrate the 5th grade team of Ginny Ely, Joyce Harvey, and Candy Williams. Ginny, Candy, and Joyce are new teammates at College Hill this year. They keep up the great 5th grade traditions that College Hill has always had. They have also had to deal with some challenges this year and have jumped right in and taken care of each other and their students. They make a fantastic team at College Hill. Also from College Hill, we get to celebrate my friend Penny Olson with the United Way. Penny has not just been beneficial to College Hill, but to many elementary schools, 20 to be exact. For those of you that are familiar with the Read to Succeed program, Penny is the heart of Read to Succeed. It started in one school, expanded to 3 schools, expanded to 15 schools. We're now in 20 schools this year. College Hill celebrates Penny for her work to support College Hill students, but we thank her as a district for everything she's done for our kids. From Hyde International Studies and Communications Magnet Elementary, we honor Tanya Poor. Tanya is another one of those amazing volunteers. She has graciously done so for many years at Hyde. She assists with anything that the school needs, from running errands, making copies, answering phones, even placing a Band-Aid on a wounded knee. Tanya is a tremendous asset to Hyde Elementary, and they would be lost without her friendly smile. See if I get this right. We have a couple people that couldn't join us tonight. From Price Harris Communications Magnet, we have Susan Horner, substitute teacher. Susan, we are glad you're with us this evening. When Susan taught at Price Harris, she spent an immeasurable number of hours after school and weekends in her classroom in pure dedication to every single student she encountered. Now, as a calm super substitute, she delivers high-quality instruction. Former students' faces light up when they see her. From Robinson Middle School, we celebrate Kirk Anderson from Grace Presbyterian Church. For the past several years, Kirk has provided mentoring to students throughout the wildlife program. His caring attitude, guidance, and consistency has had a positive impact on students, and they enjoy interacting with him each week. Thank you, Kirk, for being a great, positive role model for Robinson students. From Seltzer Elementary, we honor Christine Gray, interrelated paraprofessional. Christine's hard work, commitment, and consistency have been amazing with students. She is truly a constant force at Seltzer. Also from Seltzer, we say thank you to Karen Valamis, interrelated teacher. Karen has been the glue to hold the special education team together this year. She has added more than her share to her plate, all the while keeping what is best for kids and their needs at the absolute front. Thank you, Karen, for all that you do and all the extra hours that you've put in to support Seltzer students this year. And lastly, from Seltzer, we celebrate the 1st grade team, including Stacy Dean, Brock Fleming, Shelley Holmes, and Javin McEwen. A grateful Seltzer parent said, "You know your child is in good hands when she is talking about her teacher at home all the time. She misses them dearly when they are gone. I love to see the positive relationship she has with them in the halls and before and after school." And I would also correct myself. Javin is Javen. So Javen, forgive me for mispronouncing your name. Thank you. Next, we'll move to the high school level, and we will celebrate Reagan Carlstrom from Southeast High. Southeast welcomed a new nurse this school year, and she is amazing. Nurse Reagan has a big job taking care of all of our buffs and does a great job at it. She always has a positive attitude while handling each situation that comes her way. Thank you, Nurse Reagan, from the Southeast community. And lastly, from Southeast, we honor Ruth Ford, teacher. Ruth is facilitating the new APEX online recovery program for students with IEPs. Ruth has guided and encouraged several students to complete requirements for graduation. Yes, her caring attitude towards her students is evident by the culture created in her classroom. Thank you, Ruth, and thank you to all of our District 2 honorees. We start our recognition of District 3 Good Apples tonight at Allen Elementary School, where we say thank you to Kate Ogden. Kate is a great MTSS facilitator, and she works tirelessly to create relationships with students in all grade levels and helps with social emotional skills. Whenever you go to Kate for help, she smiles and says, "I can do that." She's a lot of fun to be around, and her positivity is contagious. From the Alvin Morris Administrative Center, we honor Ms. Bonnie Burkhart, who is the manager of our substitute teacher program. Bonnie is working to implement her vision for the substitute program office to include a paradigm shift and a recruitment effort from a substitute teacher to a guest teacher concept. She stays abreast of regulatory changes and best practices and has obtained her certificate to be a human resources certificate in human resources from an organization whose acronym is SHRM. It's a high professional accomplishment, and it says a lot about Bonnie's commitment to her work. Also from AMAC is Sandra Cruz, the Administrative Assistant in Employee Relations. Sandra consistently meets the needs of her department and is often relied upon to help in other areas of human resources and employee benefits. She actively looks for ways to improve efficiency, from researching new software to streamlining paperwork. Sandra is also part of the HR Executive Council. From Anderson Elementary, we say thank you to Allison McVeigh, special education teacher. Allison is a school-wide go-to person. She knows behavior inside and out. She has organized the basketball program for the last 3 years, and she has coached every year. She jumps in to help without being asked and sets the standard for excellence at Anderson. From Caldwell Elementary, we thank Whitney Green, teacher of the deaf. Whitney creates an inclusive environment that fosters knowledge base while instilling a sense of pride in her students. She assures her students' ability to communicate with one another and with their hearing peers, thus bridging the communication gap and building relationships throughout the Caldwell community. Also from Caldwell, we say thank you to Justin Jameis. Justin helped to organize and served baked goods for events, donated to the Calm Down kits, and provided a hospitality table at Caldwell's mural event. He's been instrumental in helping procure mentors for students and has volunteered as such. Thank you, Justin, for all you do for Caldwell students. Also from Caldwell, we say thank you to Kelly Rethorst, 5th grade teacher. Kelly worked tirelessly this year, problem-solving to build relationships and a classroom community. She is not afraid to seek advice and to try new strategies to ensure academic and social success. Her calm voice and gentle demeanor are welcome reminders of how a teacher can indeed influence the future. From Clark Elementary School, we say thank you to Devin Hayes, paraprofessional. Devin builds strong relationships with students and staff at Clark. He takes the time to get to know students on an individual level and has volunteered his time to coach the Clark basketball team. When in the classroom, you can't tell him from the teacher. He is an awesome example for the young students, the young men at Clark Elementary. Also from Clark, we honor Tammy Hayes, BIST support para. Tammy is helpful, encouraging, and has a strong fidelity to the students at Clark. She has built a strong relationship with many students, and they respect her as a role model. She is always ready to give advice and lend a helping hand to her coworkers at Clark. And lastly, from Clark, we say thank you to Chantel Nichols, second grade teacher. Chantel sets the perfect classroom environment for her students. She holds them to high expectations and loves them unconditionally throughout the process of learning. She's humble, honest, and kind-hearted. Her positive outlook of every situation makes her an invaluable part of the Clark community. From Colvin Elementary, we say thank you to the East YMCA Men's Club Uniform Project, including honorees Greg Knott, Don Truman, Bruce Wilkers, Rick Lorino, and Emily Lease. This community team came together to provide a new washer-dryer, installation, money for school uniforms, and new coats at Colvin Elementary. Students are able to have clean clothes at school as the need arises, and their generosity will have an impact for years to come. From Curtis, we recognize the 7th grade team, including Marcy Adversalo, Caleb Holloway, Kevin Loss, Austin Mann, Emily Queen, Stephanie Bradley, Michael Main, Vanessa Pinkston, Sandra Williams, Deanna Brake, Layla Brownlee, Tennille Hankins, Carrie Robinson, Rita Monaco, and Paul Myers. Curtis is a challenging school that is staffed by master teachers. One example is the 7th grade team, whom you just met. Even though they don't always agree, these teammates never balk at the chance to support one another professionally or personally. They are highly committed to students, no matter what. Also from Curtis, we honor Andrew Hayes. Andrew is an amazing vocal music teacher at Curtis. He is able to capture students' attention through creative and oftentimes hilarious teaching strategies while challenging their perceived limitations. His passion for teaching and love for students does not go unnoticed in the Curtis community. And also from Curtis, we say thank you to Karen Houston, custodian. Karen has been a faithful employee at Curtis Middle School in both food service and custodial departments. She is ready to take on any task asked of her, and she never lets her team down. She works with a smile and handles her job in a professional manner. Colleagues are lucky to have her in their school and in their lives. Next, from Dunlap Transition Campus at Chisholm, we honor Peter Daniels from Sedgwick County Development Disabilities Organization. Peter supports the community by providing hub services to those with disabilities. He directs the Business Leadership Network, supporting those with disabilities in our community to connect with employers and jobs, and also improve the community as a small business owner. Peter, you are much appreciated. Also from Dunlap, we honor Amy Pugh, social worker. Amy is a true gift to students, their families, and the staff. She is tirelessly finding ways to improve their lives, both at school and at home, and finds all the necessary life items to make a student's day. She's a great resource and leader for Dunlap, and she is truly appreciated by all. From Griffith Elementary School, we recognize Linda McFall, foster grandparent. Grandma Linda, as she is known, has a positive attitude and determination to be at Griffith every day. So Griffith can always count on Grandma Linda to be available for students. She is dependable and reliable and always willing to help out in any way she can. What a gift to Griffith students. Also from Griffith, we celebrate Grace Rucker. Grace is a wonderful 5th grade teacher who develops positive relationships with her students and her families. She's committed to meeting the needs of all of them. She is also active on other committees at school and doesn't hesitate to step up and help in any way she can. And lastly, from Griffith, we say thank you to Brenda Torres, Title I Para. Colleagues say Brenda deserves a good apple every semester. She wears many different hats at Griffith and exceeds expectations in all of them. She's dependable, reliable, multi-talented, and multilingual, which helps staff connect to students and families through her warm and inviting smile. From Jardine STEM and Career Exploration Magnet Middle Academy, we celebrate Danielle Carrington, 7th grade science teacher. Danielle is an innovative classroom teacher, works the after-school program, and has assisted with the technology needs of her peers. Additionally, she has provided lesson plans for a long-term substitute position. Danielle, your Jardine colleagues, thank you. Also from Jardine, we celebrate Kristen Shelton, technology teacher. Kristen has devoted many hours to teaching and supporting the VEX robotic team. In their first competitive year, the students spent hours learning and practicing. They have competed in several competitions around the area during and after school hours and even on the weekends. Thank you, Kristen. From Jefferson Elementary School, we thank Elizabeth Lind, vocal music teacher. As a first-year teacher, Elizabeth has committed to fully understanding Jefferson students, their culture, their background, and their social-emotional needs. She spends extra time gaining rapport and making musical connections with them. She collaborates with staff and wants all of her students to be successful. From Meade Middle School, we honor Mary Dole, substitute. Mary may have retired from Meade several years ago, but she is still part of the Meade team. When they need an excellent substitute, Mary is first on the list. She is incredible. Thank you, Mary, for your dedication to Meade students and your willingness to serve when and where you are needed. And finally, from Meade Middle School, we celebrate Reverend Jared Vickers. Meade is very lucky this year to have the Reverend Jared Vickers as their volunteer Site Council chair. Meade's Site Council is a work in progress, and with Jared's help, they are working to expand its size and its effectiveness. Jared is patient, reflective, and kind. Thank you for your time and efforts, Reverend Vickers, and thank you to all of our District 3 Good Apples. We start our District 4 recognition tonight at Allison Traditional Middle Magnet School, honoring Megan Moberly. Megan has truly been a blessing to Allison since she became the school nurse. She takes great care of students and is a valuable member of the Child Study and 504 teams. She has been instrumental in new initiatives at Allison, including blood drives, immunization, and so much more. Also from Allison, we celebrate Danielle Ungerleiter, 8th grade science teacher. Danielle is the consummate teacher. She has pushed the 8th grade science program to new heights. She utilized project-based learning, introduced aviation to the 8th grade during Eagle Time, and her ability to reach all students is amazing. Thank you, Danielle, for your hard work and dedication at Allison. From Enders Open Magnet Elementary School, we celebrate the Enders Child Study Team. Megan Corbett, Anna Rose Friesen, Julie Graz, Jessica Swally, Renee Weisler, and Karen Brigham. This team is child-focused and goes to great lengths to meet the needs of students and teachers. They are aware of the many needs of students and support through lunch bunch groups, sensory breaks, or greet them each morning and checking on them at dismissal. I would also tell you that Karen, who is at the end of the line here, is also being recognized individually because she is the school's nurse. And she always has a smile on her face regardless of how full the health room is, which, as we all know, was often during the winter time. Nurse Karen knows her students and has created and nurtured relationships with many of them. We're going to give her a seat up on the stage. They trust Nurse Karen, and they often just need someone to talk to. She always makes time to listen. At Hamilton Middle School, we recognize Curtis Berrigan, leadership teacher. Sergeant Berrigan's color guard team not only regularly wins the All-City competition, they also serve the Wichita community. His cadets present colors at vendor hockey games, naturalization ceremonies, the 911 memorial, and they march each year in the Veterans Day Parade. Also from Hamilton, we say thank you to Michael Meyer, science teacher. Michael sponsors Hamilton's Kindness Club, whose mission is to reduce bullying school-wide. The group's initiatives have included a happiness challenge, a no roasting campaign, and an anti-bullying door decoration contest. His work has tremendously improved the building culture at Hamilton. From the Joyce Focht Instructional Support Center, we honor Lori Underwood, Administrative Assistant. Lori is a friendly face for the ISC. She is involved in many aspects of the center, including serving as a member of the school committee, the social committee rather, and the building crisis team. She's an essential resource for information concerning the daily operations of the hearing office and the building as a whole. She is indeed a dedicated professional. From South High School, we say thank you to Rob Bryant, Buildings and Grounds. Rob has worked at South High School for 26 years. He was key in keeping the grass mowed, fields ready for competition, snow shoveled, and many other operational tasks. He was always the first one to lend a hand at whatever was needed. He will be missed, and we wish him well in his retirement. Also from South High School, we say thank you to Barbara Coles. Barbara is a fantastic facts teacher that spends countless hours preparing lessons and labs for her students. She also volunteers to cook for the staff at conference time and many other special events. We have another retiree, as Barb will be retiring this May, having completed 37 years in the Wichita Public Schools. Many thanks and good luck, Barb. And lastly, from South High School, we say thank you to Pastor Mitch Morrow at Glen Park Christian Church. Glen Park has made a huge impact at South High through monetary donations, dinner for the athletes, and other projects. Specifically, they are responsible for updating the uniforms for boys and girls basketball, sporting, and band equipment. Thank you, Pastor Morrow and church members, for your kindness to the Titan community. From Truesdale Middle School, we honor the Truesdale Rocket Club, Steve Hammis and Bill Lindsay. Bill and Steve lead the 6th grade Rocket Club for the middle school after-school program through the YMCA. They also assisted with the qualifications for 2 National Rocket Club teams to Washington, D.C. Truesdale is very appreciative of the time, commitment, and knowledge they're giving to Truesdale students. From West High School, we say thank you to Paul Wonger, math teacher. Paul has been a loyal employee at West High School for more than 15 years. He runs the National Honor Society, Scholars Bowl, and is a member of the building committee. He also maintains the Owls site. This year, he hosted the State Scholars Bowl competition at West High School on top of all of that. Thank you, Paul, for your involvement with West High students. From White Elementary, we say thank you to Sarah Johnson, third grade teacher. Sarah inspires students to always be their best. Her commitment and love of kids is evidenced in her teaching, as well as in dedication and time she devotes to volunteering for school events and for Girls on the Run. Her enthusiasm and compassion are a blessing to White Elementary. Also from White, we say thank you to Lori Rose, paraprofessional. Lori is 100% dedicated to educating students. She's always willing to step in and help when needed. She has developed a positive relationship with the students she works with and is always kind and compassionate when she interacts with them. From Woodman Elementary, we say thank you to the Woodman Recovery Team, including Danica Burke, Rachel Cole, Kristen Gaden, Jennifer Lanterman, Jessica Lee, and Tommy Miner. This team is nothing short of amazing. Staff members come running whenever a student is in need, and they work tirelessly to ensure all students are supported. They build positive relationships with students and make connections every day. Excuse me. Thanks for putting students first. Excuse me. Last but not least, Cynthia, I'm sorry that you choked me up here. From Woodman Elementary, we say thank you to Cynthia Ressler, pre-K para. Cynthia is a vital part of the pre-K staff at Woodman. She has helped to maintain a positive and engaging learning environment for students. She conferences, plans, prepares, and assesses student progress. She works hard to build and foster great relationships with all of the students and families. We know that all of our District 4 honorees do the same. Good apples, we thank you. We are going to start our District 5 recognition this evening with Black Traditional Magnet Elementary School, Michelle Harger West, interrelated teacher. Michelle is an enthusiastic team member in the problem-solving process. She works diligently every day to empower and inspire all students and takes into account her students' emotional needs. Michelle collaborates with other educators to develop an inclusive learning community. Also from Black Traditional Elementary, we recognize David Mers, volunteer coordinator. David started out volunteering for the kindergarten teachers. He is now known as the building volunteer. His duties range from helping kids with their independent work, prepping materials for staff and PTO, helping at after-school events, making crafts, and so much more. And from Black, we say thank you to Dana Whitwell, second grade teacher. Building relationships. This is Dana. In her child-centered room, she meets each student where they are, provides them with support to be successful, all the while considering their background. With tremendous patience, she establishes a safe and caring environment for all of her students. From Hadley Middle School, we say thank you to Lori Stockstill, data leader and assessment coordinator. Lori is a true leader at Hadley. She develops, implements, and enhances systemic change which supports students' academic and social success. Her high expectations and passion for learning impact teachers' teaching, students' learning, and community pride. Lori is a pillar for all things Hadley. From Kinsler Elementary School, we say thank you to Shauna Wareheim, emotional support para. Shauna is a lifesaver at Kinsler. She works tirelessly to build relationships with students and staff in any way possible. Students, staff, and even parents know Shauna as someone who will be there in times of need to offer a listening ear, a suggestion, or a place to just breathe. From Mayberry Cultural and Fine Arts Magnet Middle School, we say thank you to Sarah Bosworth, volunteer. Sarah is a Mayberry parent who goes to great lengths to support the school's teachers. She has put in an extraordinary amount of time and effort in making each one of her son Adam's teachers feel special and unique. From McCollum Elementary, we say thank you to Chris Anderson, 4th grade teacher. Intelligent, best teacher ever, elaborate-minded, creative, serious, amazing, and awesome are a few words used by Chris's students to describe him. He has high expectations, he builds relationships with his students, and the students, in turn, respond to those high expectations. From McCollum Elementary School, we say thank you to Marnie Baxter, 2nd grade teacher. Marnie does what needs to be done to make sure each and every student learns. She builds relationships with all of her kiddos, and they in return give her their best effort every day. Marnie is passionate about teaching, her students know they are loved, and her positive attitude lights up the building. Also from McCollum, we say thank you to Pam Smith, MTSS facilitator. Organized, calm, encouraging, supportive, patient, flexible, helpful, and hardworking are just a few words that McCollum teachers use to describe Pam. She makes sure teachers and students have the tools to get their jobs done. McCollum feels blessed to have her as part of their staff. From Northwest High School, we say thank you to the IT Academy team of David Dennis and Shane Monroe. These instructors have collaborated to develop, promote, and kick off the creation of the Northwest High Information Technology Academy. Very cool. The first of its kind in the district, the IT Academy will attract students that have been previously underserved in their educational talents and interests. From Payne Elementary School, we say thank you to Ted Cannaday, volunteer.
Thank you. Doing a great job.
Ted has been an amazing role model for students by serving as an assistant basketball coach for 2 sessions, as well as escorting students down the red carpet at Payne. Along with his wife, they spoiled the staff at Christmas with a luncheon and routinely spoil latchkey students on Fridays. Also from Payne, we say thank you to P.B. Hoydale Company and Steve Dixon, president. Steve and the P.B. Hoydale Group are awesome partners at Payne. They support Payne with tangibles and with their time. They donate classroom supplies, undergarments, eat lunch with students once a week, read with students weekly, and provide a professional photographer at conferences. Also from Payne, we say thank you to the M&M team of Sherry Minnick and Kathy Morris, 1st grade teachers. I like that, the M&M team. This team has a combined teaching tenure of over half a century and managed an incident-free classroom of at least 60 kids all year long. Half of this dynamic duo will be retiring this year. As sad as Payne's staff are about losing Kathy, they're happy Sherry will be staying at Payne. From Peterson, we say thank you to Deanne Davis, kindergarten teacher. Deanne is an invaluable staff member serving on the leadership and family engagement teams at Peterson, working with student teachers and providing an excellent start to her kindergarten students. She's never idle and uses every spare moment supporting her school and its kids. Also from Peterson, we're honoring the book fair volunteers, including Lindsay Brimmerman, Kelsey DeBusk, Kathy Hong, Tammy Hoffman, Kristen Ivy, and Christina Miller. These ladies put in many hard hours to make the book fairs at Peterson special events, contests to decorations, and they help to provide books for the school library, and for classrooms. The book fair team also works other school events, including Birthday Bash and Bingo Night. Thank you for all you do for the Peterson community. And from Peterson, we say thank you to Patty Renteria, Safety Patrol sponsor. Patty recruits, trains, and supervises the Safety Patrol at Peterson. She, along with parent volunteers and fifth grade students, help keep the streets around Peterson safe for students. Thank you, Patty, for all you do for Peterson. From Wilbur Middle School, we say thank you to Justin Heisem, sixth grade math teacher. Justin is always helpful with technology, sharing instructional ideas, and is excellent at building relationships with the kids. Plus, he was instrumental in his work with Pathway Church in organizing the recent successful family night. Justin, thank you for all you do at Wilbur. Also from Wilbur, we honor Sarah Snow, counselor. Sarah is an excellent team player who always works hard to make sure students, parents, and staff members feel welcome at the school. She goes an extra mile to make Wilbur a safe and supportive environment for all students, and she is truly an asset to the community. And our final District 5 honoree allows us to celebrate the office staff at Wilbur, recognized tonight by Carrie Green, and also including Carrie Lindsay, Joanne McBroom, and Stacy Whited. This group of professionals that Carrie represents is helpful, knowledgeable, and efficient. They care a great deal about kids and go out of their way to help students, their families, and their staff. Thank you for your hard work at Wilbur, and to all of our District 5 Good Apples, thank you for your hard work on behalf of our students. We've got a big group to help us celebrate our final group for honoring, so I'm going to get started with our first District 6 Good Apple. From Chisholm Trail Elementary School, we celebrate Tammy Michael. Tammy is not your average speech-language pathologist. She is always willing to lend a helping hand, even meeting with staff or students not on her caseload. She is caring, compassionate, has an amazing attitude, and is a great addition to the Chisholm Trail staff. Also from Chisholm Trail, we say thank you to Teresa Metcalf Kennedy, paraeducator. Teresa takes on students as if they were her own children, with care, concern, and high expectations. She prepares staff conference meals, tutors a former student, does bus duty, and always steps in to help. Thanks for giving your heart to Chisholm Trail special needs students and to their families. Lastly, from Chisholm Trail, we say thank you to Betsy Roach, second grade teacher. Betsy works tirelessly with her students, runs the Latchkey program, creates the yearbook, and works with PTO to make amazing school events. She is creative and full of ideas that make learning a positive experience. She helps make Chisholm Trail feel like a community. From Cloud Elementary, we honor Kara Peterson. Kara is a spectacular first grade teacher. You can't be around her without feeling positive and desiring to do better. Her love and passion for students shines through every decision she makes. She is not only loving, helpful, and patient with her students, but with her colleagues as well. Also from Cloud Elementary, we have an awesome group of parents here, the Cloud Parent Volunteer Team. This has to be one of the most amazing group of parents ever. Celia Alamon, Magnolia Artia, Annabelle Briceño Nunez, Maria de Lourdes Ruiz, Maria del Rosario Lerma, Martha Frias, Yvonne Fuentes, Martina Garcia, Maria Gonzalez, Sandra Gonzalez Lopez, Elvia Inez Rodriguez, Bernardina Rodriguez, Maria Rocio Lerma Reyes, Maria Sanchez, Erica Seaton, Maria Trinidad Ramos, and Sylvia Valenzuela. wonderful parents have volunteered for many years, almost every day at Cloud Elementary. They work hard, hand in hand with teachers, in order to serve the students by helping out with whatever is needed. Cloud is very proud, blessed, and thankful for this amazing group of parent volunteers. From Dunbar Support Center, we say thank you to Carolyn Parnell, technician in the ESOL and Migrant Program. Carolyn works hard to ensure data integrity for our district's ESOL program. She spends countless hours working with instructional technology to get the data correct and to stay up with all of the changes throughout the year. Carolyn goes out of her way to help administrators, teachers, and school staff. Also from Dunbar, we honor Misty Sieber, Adult Education and Literacy Advocate. Misty is very dedicated to the adult learners and staff at Dunbar Support Center. She is always willing to lend an extra hand and is not afraid to tackle new initiatives. Misty works hard to ensure the family literacy program is a success in our schools throughout the district. And from MES, the Multilingual Education Services Translation Team, we honor my friend and colleague Luis Vargas, and translators Vidia Borboa, Rita Guio, Oksana Membreno, Nympha Montoyo, Young Wen, Sylvia Smith, and Erica Vargas. This amazing team is an integral part of our district. They make themselves available and are never impatient or too busy to help. Many thanks for your professionalism and ongoing support, which promotes a spirit of caring among our ESOL families and district staff. This is one amazing group of coworkers. From Heights High School, we honor Tanya Brown. Tanya wears multiple hats at Height, being responsible for both the data leader position and the assessment leader position. She makes this look easy and is a huge benefit to her school. Also from Heights, we honor administrative interns Steve Parks and David Self. I'm giving them new names. Steve Parks and David Self. While serving as administrative interns this year, David and Steve have provided an abundance of help and support to Heights students and staff. All of their efforts have not gone unnoticed. From Horace Mann Dual Language Magnet, we honor the 4th grade team at Horace Mann of Liliana Antiga and Noemi Delgado and Erica Ramirez. These 4th grade teachers form an exemplary team. They're excellent teachers individually, but they work together for maximum effectiveness. Above all, they take care of their students. They advocate for students who are struggling and plan efficient strategies to help each student find success. From Isley Traditional Magnet, we celebrate the North YMCA Aquatics team. Greg Sullivan, Aquatics Director, and Taryn Sweat, swim teacher. This team partnered with a special needs student during the Splash field trip to help him overcome his fear of water. Through patience and encouragement, they continued building the student's confidence up to see him jumping in the water. That's awesome. Thank you for the extra time you took to make him feel special. From Marshall Middle School, we say thank you to Kieran Patterson. Kieran is an amazing addition to the Marshall family. He has worked wonders with students at Marshall. He has only been there a short time, but has already had a huge impact on the students and the culture of the building. Kieran supports both teachers and students and is always positive and uplifting. Also from Marshall, we say thank you to Allison Sutton, art teacher. Allison epitomizes the Marshall way. She is supportive, collaborative, and encouraging to her colleagues. She is always willing to help. She is resourceful and creative, and she always works with a smile on her face. Allison enjoys working with students and families and is a blessing to the Marshall community. Also from Marshall, we honor the academic leadership team of Arvilla Bennett, Casey Candia Crum, Vanessa Hines, and Susan Kane. ALT exemplifies the Marshall way. They do a masterful job of MTSS implementation throughout the building. They are champions for students and work with the mindset, whatever is best for students. They are often unappreciated and overworked, but they do it with smile, grace, humility, and great resolve. From McLean Science and Technology Magnet Elementary, we celebrate Doris Weed, volunteer. Doris takes such good care of the staff at McLean with her baking skills. She is always working with her granddaughter to have sweet treats available on a regular basis. She works hard to make the staff feel special, and they know everything is made with love. Thank you, Doris, from the McLean community. From North High School, we say thank you to Barry Maydew, building engineer. Barry is quick to respond to fixing and maintaining that beautiful building that is North High School. Colleagues are grateful for his dedication and willingness to always keep their building up and running, and they feel very lucky to have such a friendly, dependable, and helpful coworker. From Northeast Magnet High School, we say thank you to Brittany Harrod. In addition to being a great history and law teacher, Brittany is also an excellent leader in her building. She sponsors the Gay Straight Alliance and serves as the head coach of their successful mock trial team at Northeast. As a member of the MTSS team, Brittany also helps plan and deliver outstanding professional development. Also from Northeast Magnet High School, we say thank you to Officer Jay Trumbull from the Bel Air Police Department. Officer Trumbull recently worked with administration and security to help resolve a threat to the school. He was very thorough and efficient in his investigation, which enabled Northeast leaders to ensure that their staff and students were safe. Thank you for chasing down leads and crossing your T's. And I also want to acknowledge Chief Daryl Atterbury, who's here from the Bel Air Police Department tonight as well. Thank you, sir. From Ortiz Elementary School, we honor the Child Study Team, including Tina Abbott, Kelly Dodd, Kylie Schraub-Barger, Mary Lou Harbin, Veronica Scherer, and Clara Silva. This Child Study Team is dedicated to supporting the students, staff, and family at Ortiz. They lead the problem-solving process and will do whatever it takes to meet the needs of all kids. Those at Ortiz feel lucky to have these dependable and caring ladies at their school. Also from Ortiz, we honor Melinda McNown, MTSS facilitator. Melinda is always willing to help staff and students reach their fullest potential by providing top-notch professional development, assisting with purposeful planning, and writing notes of encouragement. Melinda, your focus, time, and energy are very much appreciated. From Pleasant Valley Elementary, we honor Mary Harris, reading intervention teacher. During the month of February, there were many evenings where Pleasant Valley didn't have a night custodian. Mary pitched in after school and emptied trash and vacuumed classrooms so students would come in the next day to a clean classroom. Mary is truly dedicated to the students at Pleasant Valley Elementary. Stepping forward for her second award of the evening, a familiar face, Miss Sheila Lowry with Dillon's and Kroger Corporation. Teachers at Pleasant Valley were surprised the day before Valentine's Day when they each received a beautiful red rose from their neighborhood Dillon's floral department. Store manager Mike McFerrin, who was not able to be with us tonight, wanted to thank teachers for the hard work they do all year long and let them know they were appreciated. Sheila, we appreciate you and everything you did, not only for Pleasant Valley, but for all of the district schools where you all sent roses on Valentine's Day. Pleasant Valley Elementary School honors Denise Newfer, Behavior Support. Denise works with students who have difficulty coping during the school day. She provides much-needed breaks for students. She helps them de-escalate when they are angry. She listens to them, and she provides sage advice. Denise helps students change behavior so they can be successful in school. Their neighbors at Pleasant Valley Middle School honor Carrie Hartman. Site technology specialist, computer teacher, administrative intern, and athletic director. Carrie makes Pleasant Valley a better place. She created a process with Google Docs to streamline parent-teacher conference planning, created instructional guides for planning a field trip or event, manages a Facebook page where Pleasant Valley teachers collaborate, and she is the person everyone goes to for solving problems. Last but not least, our final good apple of the evening allows us to say thank you to Zachary Sims, language arts teacher at Stuckey Middle School. Zachary works with students to create a positive culture of learning for all students. He is exceptional at building positive relationships with students, parents, and colleagues. Students thrive in his classroom. He's a problem solver. He is a team player. Stuckey colleagues are thankful to have him as part of the Stuckey Storm community. To all of our District 6 honorees and all of our good apples tonight, we are grateful and thankful to have all of you. Thank you very much. That concludes our Spring 2018 Good Apple Awards recognition. We encourage you to stay around, find our photo frames, take photographs, and have a safe drive home this evening. Thank you very much.